No. 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 Ooh. Now. Howdy there, youngin', SilverMongoose here, back again with another review for you guys, and today I'm going to be looking at the Legend of Zelda manga, as you can see here. And this is all of them that are out right now. There are 10 of them in the series. Just get you a look at them here. There is Ocarina of Time Part 1, Ocarina of Time Part 2, Majora's Mask, Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages, Four Swords Part 1, Four Swords Part 2, the Minish Cap, A Link to the Past, and the Phantom Hourglass. Now these have been coming out in Japan for quite some time. I remember reading the translated versions of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask back in probably 2002. I still actually have them on my computer. So let's see how they compare. So let's just look at an earlier scene just so I don't spoil anything to you guys. Good evening, good evening. I'm the Happy Mask Salesman. Pretty good so far. I sell my masks all over the world. I've got some really good ones. But in the fan translated one, it's I peddle my goods here and there all over the world. I have some wonderful pieces. Do I seem shady? Suspicious? I bring happiness, trust me. And the fan translated one says, huh? You smell a rat? Am I that suspicious? Happiness will be yours. Believe in me. So, I generally like the North American VizKids translated one a little bit better. But it's still interesting to look back at these 8-year-old fans' translations and see how they shape up. Now one thing you'll notice right away, even from the covers, is that the art style is very different in each game. For example, if you look at the earliest one in the series here, the Ocarina of Time one, and then you look at the latest one, the Phantom Hourglass one, you can clearly see that the artist, because it's the same artist for everyone. It's actually two women, but they go under one name. The art changes like it does in the game, which I think is a very nice touch, because if you had, for example, the Phantom Hourglass in Ocarina of Time style, it wouldn't look so good. And when I was younger and I started reading these, I really loved them. The Majora's Mask one specifically because it's my favorite game, and I loved it so much I actually considered importing the manga even though I wouldn't be able to read it. And one of the reasons for this is really just some of the art. Some of the art in here is really fantastic. For example, you can see here, you know, just the close-up of Clock Town, and there's just lots of really great drawings in here. The art style is really fantastic, and I really enjoyed it. I actually did quite a few drawings when I was younger based on some of the art in here. For example, I really liked this drawing here, so I ended up, you know, doing a sketch of this. Now, the Ocarina of Time is in two parts, like I said. Part 1 is all of Link's childhood, and then the beginning of becoming an adult. And then Part 2 is Link as an adult, and then finishing off the game. So Ocarina of Time actually follows the plot pretty closely, and same with Majora's Mask. I wish they would have fleshed this one out a little bit more, but that's just me being a fan. Now the Oracle of Seasons one I thought was okay, which is really surprising because I really loved the game. It's probably one of my favorite Game Boy games. And the Oracle of Ages takes quite a few artistic licenses, but they were very interesting, and it did flesh out the plot quite a bit. So despite the fact that I didn't enjoy the game too much, I actually enjoyed this one more. Now the Four Swords series, there's two parts, like I said earlier, and it really focuses on the relationship between the four Links. The Red Link is kind of young and naive, he's kind of childish, the inner child of Link, if you will. The green one is kind of more of the standard Link, he's, you know, courageous and sure-headed. The blue Link is very stubborn, hot-headed, likes to get into fights, and the purple Link is kind of the calm and collected, kind of the brains of the group. And some of it is actually pretty funny, but it was pretty interesting. This one doesn't actually follow the plot that much, but that's really because it's a very simple game. If you guys have ever played the Four Swords Adventures on GameCube, it's a very simple game. So it was okay that they, expanded the story on this one. Now, the Minish Cap, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I actually haven't read this book yet because I haven't gotten around to playing the game yet, and I didn't want any spoilers. I'm not even looking at the screen right now whenever I'm flipping through this right here because I don't want to spoil anything. But if it's anything like the other ones, it's definitely going to be fantastic. And A Link to the Past, this one probably has the most artistic license inside of it, meaning they've changed quite a bit. I actually like the Link in here quite a bit as well, but in this one they added an original character, this girl here. But it's still very good. I actually really enjoyed this one, which is interesting because A Link to the Past is probably my least favorite Zelda game. And finally, there is the Phantom Hourglass one, which is the newest one that came out. And of course, everything's all cute and chibi and tiny in here. And this one was actually pretty good as well. Now, one thing I really liked about some of these is they have kind of like little bonus mangas at the end. Like in the Four Swords ones, at the end they have kind of these, cute, silly little things like them going to the fair or something. They're pretty simple and very tiny, but there are some other ones like in the Ocarina of Time series that has this whole side plot with Link and these bird creatures. And the Majora's Mask one has a side story telling the origins of Majora's Mask. And I don't actually know if Nintendo considers this kind of stuff canon, but it's really interesting nonetheless. So unfortunately, I think this is the entire series that you guys are seeing right here. The VizKids website says that this is the final volume, and at the back of this book, there's actually no look at the next book, make sure you look out for it kind of page that they have in all the other ones. So it looks like this is all that we're getting, which is really awesome in the sense that we got quite a bit. We have 8 different game series here, but it's sad in the sense that we're missing out on so many great mangas that we could be having. Just imagine if there was a Twilight Princess one, how awesome that would be, or even the very first Legend of Zelda. It's kind of missing from this series here. So I can't recommend this manga series enough for the fans of The Legend of Zelda. It is absolutely fantastic. Not only does it have great art that follows the art style of the game, but stories are actually pretty good. Even if they don't exactly follow the plots of the game, the embellishing in it, kind of, adding a character here and there, or adding a cool little scene, or maybe developing the relationships between the characters, isn't done in a way that ruins the series for you. It's done in a way that really makes you love the series even more. So if you guys want to pick these up, and again, I highly recommend it if you are a fan of The Legend of Zelda, you can get them, I know in Canada, at a Chapters or a Kohl's bookstore, or of course you can get them online at places like Amazon, and I know these are also available in the US. You can see they're about $10 Canadian, about $8 US. So there you have it, guys. The Legend of Zelda VizKids manga. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you check these out. This has been SilverMongooseVideos, and remember, classic gaming never gets old.